We're moving along good on this 32 Roadster. We've obviously got the frame painted, motor and trans are painted. It is twin turbocharged, and there's a bunch of plumbing, there's a bunch of custom stuff that we had to make it work. Well, I think it'll work. I guess I'll chew away at it.
What's wrong?
The ladder bar grew.
Sanding away, making this body come to life. Right, Damon?
Right, my fingers are about ready to fall off, I think.
All right. This is a real life that nobody sees. Oh, you get the best job in the world. Yeah, it's freaking great. So this 32 Roadster is looking amazing. It's coming together awesome. It might look like there's a bunch of work to do still, but that's probably because there is. We've got the frame done. We got the front suspension hung. Went through and polished everything. All the fin brake covers. This crazy intake setup we got here. This is just your normal velocity stack style injector fuel injection. But what we're doing is we're twin turbo in this thing. So the turbos are gonna come off of the headers right here. The headlight bezels are being machined by Alumacraft right now. They should be here tomorrow. He's driving them up personally. We're not gonna let it get lost in some shipping company. So once those are on there, that'll duct through the custom intercooler radiator that we built, or had built. There's just so many one-off custom things, but from a distance it's gonna look like a 32 Roadster, you know, like a traditional style. You're gonna walk up onto it and see there's freaking turbos in the headlights. This is obviously gonna throw you off a bit, but it's just different, unique. We dropped the body down an inch, shortened the bed, changed the wheelbase, cantilever rear suspension, full belly pan on the bottom. I'm really looking forward to getting this thing built and get it up to Detroit and try and win a trophy with it. I'm just gonna keep going on no sleep, coffee, monster, and these next 3 weeks are gonna fly by, and hopefully we get it done. So this is a carbon fiber drive shaft. We definitely went a little overkill with this drive shaft, but we use this in every one that we do. Built with precision. We don't have to worry about a thing. So this is probably the last time you're gonna see this drive shaft, because what we've come up with is a design too. When the bed's on here, we're gonna have a boot here and a boot attached to the front of the rear end. So it's gonna be like a big old shifter boot, and all this will be hidden, so the boot will go up and down with the rear end. Just something different and unique.
Right now I'm installing the Holley ECU and the variable valve timing control box on Holley's setup for this Coyote motor. So drill and tap a few holes, get them all mounted into place and secure the wires so that they're not chafing or rubbing on anything. Hopefully without drilling into the bottom of the pan. I don't know, I actually kind of like the wiring part. The only downfall sometimes on like all this custom stuff is there's areas that are really hard to get stuff through. They got a pretty tight hole tolerance for the 1/4-inch bolt through the Holley, so if you get them too far off, then you're gonna have some problems lining up the holes.
So if your kid grew up and said you wanted to be a hot rod builder, what would you say? Go to college. Go to college. We've got all these brackets on here. I got to notch out a couple spots, clean up the clunkiness. So I'm gonna start with this.
Okay.
So if you wanna hold it like that, and then this is gonna shoot directly in your face. You ready?
No, but okay.
It's gonna be snowing. These are $6,000 headlights. It's nerve-wracking.
It's down my shirt.
See if these fit. Put it together one last time before we polish the paint. Go ahead. If you're wondering why we're trying to do this while everything's painted and shiny and polished and all that, well, when you build stuff in real life, you don't have all the time in the world. And nothing happens in 2 weeks like it looks like on TV. You have to wait for parts. These headlight bezels actually showed up actually a few days ago, so we just have to do what we gotta do, cover stuff up, try not to mess anything up. A wonderful V-band clamp. So if any of you engineers are sitting on your ass right now, why don't you figure something else out that will work a little better. All right, it's snug together. So as you can see, it's a pretty involved process putting this stupid thing on there. It's like every piece we put on is like makes it a little bit harder. It's like Tetris. I promise it'll make sense here in a little bit.
Promises, promises.
Well, it'll make sense. If it works or not, that's a different story. That's pretty solid. So I've had this idea since high school. I've always loved a 32 Ford. They're just the ultimate hot rod. You can do anything you want with them.
Here it is.
Here it is. It's kind of weird to actually have them in hand and putting them together. 10 feet away, it's gonna look like a normal traditional hot rod 32 Ford, but once you start seeing these fins and these headlights that Dan did, Alumacraft, you're gonna see there's turbos in there and there's exhaust, just like a normal Lakester header is shooting out the back. We're just lucky enough to have an awesome customer that's letting us do this. I'm gonna throw that headlight in here. So we got these projector beam headlights. They're LED, but they're brighter than hell. So this physically goes in here, and going back and forth with Dan, trying to get this to work. He actually opened this up, took the light that used to shoot out the back to give us a little less depth, and shot it out the side so it won't get sucked into the turbo. So when I said these were $6,000 headlights earlier, I wasn't lying. You know, I think they're actually more, but whatever. But the design time and the back and forth time with Dan to try and get him to understand what the hell I'm talking about was a pretty big challenge in itself. But man, he took what I wanted and just made it better. I mean, all the detail work, there's threads on here, so the bezel is actually gonna screw on here. So you don't see any of the machine screws. It's just insane. So this center part is actually gonna be the headlight. That's the projector light. And this here is a halo, which will end up smoking out so you don't really see it too much. But this is actually gonna be the turn signal. So you're not gonna have any turn signals hanging off the side of the car. Let's put it on here, make sure it fits for the last time. And then it's a machine back here for all the wires to go out. So we'll shoot them out the side here and hide them because you obviously don't wanna see any of that stuff with all this detail work. But for right now, I'm just gonna stick them out the front. Let them just chill out. I get it started. Okay. So you can see it's not centered in there, but that's because the turbo housing is offset with the snout, which is adjustable. So we're gonna shoot the charge pipe right out the bottom here, right over with an elbow. So it'll be body color, so you won't see the difference. And it's really not gonna stick out at all. And then we're gonna put a screen over this, and then we're gonna put mesh behind here so you don't see through. Look at this bezel. So it's shaped like an old, 30s headlight bezel that used to like just kind of snap on and be a pain in the ass, but they used to have a screw at the bottom, but now that is freaking clean looking, isn't it?
Looks awesome.
Nice and solid. So we did mount it to the engine and one of the bolts down here on the flange. obviously because the turbo and everything is connected to the header, which is connected to the motor. So we're bracing all of this off of the motor and the bolts down here. So, because if you brace it to the frame, obviously it's gonna get in there and shake around and rattle and be noisy. It should work. It's kind of a first time thing, so if not, we'll make it work, but it's looking like it's gonna work really well. It's pretty good looking. So we got the headers off the motor here. That feeds the back side of the turbo. And then we already went through the charge pipe stuff, or side. So this is the exhaust. It shoots right out of the turbo. Like I said, this is gonna exit right at the cowl of the vehicle. So it'll still look very traditional until you look up here, and it kind of looks like an airplane part, like something you'd pull off of a, but we're gonna Cerakote this, we're gonna polish this, so it should look good. Right, Russ?
Fantastic. So now we got to cram a couple hoses and fittings in there.
Man. Some people say we're crazy, and I agree with most of them. Especially when I haven't slept in a couple weeks. Into next week, I should be a ball of joy.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, me too. So's Russ. So we got these awesome billet pieces from Dan at Illumicraft.
Awesome.
It kind of looks like a trophy truck arm.
Yeah.
We need to throw this other one on. You can run that.
All right.
What was that?
That did not sound good. I'm okay. I just fell down.
It's gonna look good.
Yeah, it is.
A lot better than the steel ones that we use for mock-up, but the shock will go right here. It's gonna be nice and clean. It's gonna be a farm truck. Put the pig feed in here. All right, so this isn't your normal conventional bed, obviously, because there's big holes in it. But the rear end's too cool. All the suspension stuff is too cool. It's not very functional, but we're just trying to show off and be cool. And one step closer to putting it on the ground.
That'd be nice. And we'll just put the wheels on whenever we get them.
I think we'll throw this one on there. That way this shoots under the bed. We don't see it. These are all painted. Boy, this was fun. Had to pull all these individual pieces apart and paint them. And then put it back together and make it still work.
Which way you want it? The button head to the
Put
inside?
the button head to from that way. Yep.
Yeah. There it goes.
Well, that's an issue.
Matter.
Huh?
Matter.
Shock hits it. So, gotta cut the bracket and redo all that. We got plenty of time for that. Well, I thought we were getting somewhere. Oh well.
We got tired waiting on, so it kept on buffering.
Yeah, we had some things happen.
Yeah, I know. That's like,
So Detroit got canceled.
oh man.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks real bad.
Yeah.
We good?
Little body, that thing's heavy. All right.
Shouldn't go nowhere.
Hey, quick question. What position does the shifter have to be in to set the body on? We never put that speedo thing on there.
Oh, it's painted. I'm ready. I got it ready.
We're sticking that speedo hole cover on, and then we're gonna throw it on there. Everybody good?
The front's just so front heavy on that thing. All right, slow up.
I think we can grab that rocker a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know. Hold on. Just be careful here.
Tell me what to do.
Some weight off.
No, we're good. We're good. All right.
We should be pretty close to going straight down. Can you see the shifter, Corey?
Yeah, it's too far back.
Push it forward.
Yeah, you're gonna have to push down on the tab. All right, there. All right, we can go straight down. Good. Go straight down, fellas. We're on the straight. We're through the shifter. All right. So which way do we need to go now?
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, straight down.
We just putting regular bolts in it?
Yeah, just for now. Putting the final pieces on this build. Been a long road, but a lot of sleepless nights. Everybody's tired. Corey's tired.
No, I'm not. I'm ready.
No? Okay. I'm tired.
That for you, sir.
Windshield time. I see you.
Where are the wing nuts at, Justin?
They're on the
Table?
yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, she's looking fast now. Almost there. Oh yeah. Oh, not gonna fit. Oh, top popped out. We're screwed. Take it out. Take it out. Build hot rods. Fun stuff.
It'd be fun, they said.
So right now the windshield doesn't fit. Every time you spray something, everything grows, like makes itself 2 inches thicker. So we're gonna notch this out so we can bring that bracket up a little more. Hopefully we don't send it right through the camera lens.
That's hot. Hey, grab a glove. That's getting warm.
Now the scary part.
That's why I'm helping Gary.
It's gonna get real tight. I gotta stay even.
Trying.
Yep. Pull it out, the side out like you're doing, and send it home. And just in case you're wondering, every time you do build a hot rod, it is this difficult. Everything is fighting us on this, just like any other time, but man, this was testing me. Ah. So we ordered some one-off wheels, because it only took like 1.5 years to get. We finally got them, sent them to polish, and went to put the tires on. They don't fit. They're machined wrong, so you'll never get a tire on it the way they are. So now I'm trying to track down some other tires to put on this just for the show while they fix those. Yeah, we need that. So it's just adapting, overcoming, making stuff happen, finding parts you need. Been building this thing for a few years now, but then when you start finally putting together, it doesn't work. Ow. Sharp.
How's the boot?
Better be the last time. I'd say throw it in this one first, bud. And we can that way slide it up and down.
Nothing.
Well, never mind. Let me do it again.
You'll get it, buddy.
Someday.
We got plenty of time.
Break the windshield before long. I feel like I'm trapped behind a window. This is building hot rod's window that I can't escape from. It's never ending, always cutting and grinding and making stuff fit. But if it was easy, everybody'd do it. Probably don't use that. So we have thrashed on this thing. We busted our humps trying to get it done. In goal to go to Detroit for the Autorama. You know, I wanted to go there with something that's never been done before, something unique. We had that. The show got canceled because of COVID. We unveiled it at Chicago. World of Wheels did really well. We got top 20, best hot rod, select 6, and a few other ones there. So it ended up being a really good showing for it. We've done a few other shows since then. We've done Starbird. We got in the Fine 9 with that. We took it all the way to Pomona, California. We got the Black E Memorial Award with it. Best Roadster, best street rod, first in class. That's 3 big major awards from one of the largest shows in the world. We ended up in Louisville. We go there every year. We support NSRA quite a bit. Coker Tires, kind of from down in that area, down in Tennessee, and they seen the Roadster there in the Builder Showcase. So they invited us to SEMA. They put us right in their booth, right on Hot Rod Alley, right where everybody's at. The thing was well received. Everybody loved it. It opened more doors for us. While we were at SEMA, we got to top 10, Battle of the Builders. It started off with top 40. We got that far, which is huge out of all the stuff that's out there. So that's kind of what it's about, is being unique, executing it well, and moving on to the next one.
Woo! Let's take this thing higher, higher than you ever been. Stand tall like Everest. I mean higher. You ain't gotta settle in. Go places they never been. We go higher, non-stop. Take it to the top, even when a ball drops. My man, we go higher.
You always dream huge when you're little. I sat in high school and study hall and sketched this idea out. This idea has been in my head since then. I've built it numerous times in my head. I've always wanted to do it, and we finally got the opportunity. We came out swinging with something that hasn't been done before, and we're all pretty proud of that. I can't wait to do the first burnout with it.
Woo! Let's take this thing higher. Non-stop, it's time to go.
There's so many details on this thing. We made a twin turbo Roadster with a Coyote motor in a 32 Ford Roadster that still looks like a traditional style 32 Ford Roadster from 10 feet away. You start walking up, obviously you're gonna start seeing stuff, but I didn't want to change any of that. I feel like we executed that pretty well. At the end of the day, obviously my name's on the building, but without everybody here, from the janitor to the painter to the assembly guy, it's a team. I can't, nor do I want to do it all by myself. Been there, done that, it's exhausting. So to have the people that we have here and the group of people is just awesome, and wouldn't change it for the world. We built this thing in... Should I start over? Thanks, Jamie.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, you can. Yeah.